Hey guys, welcome back to another YoungChaos game video. Today we're going to be doing one giant recapping everything that happened in Chapter 2. And so far, what we just know of the chapter, there's a bunch of mysteries that we still have. There's a bunch of answered questions, but a lot of questions we now just have solved and new ones. So yeah, I'm just doing this random deck front. I was not going to do this in a regular game. There's no way I could focus on the game and also talking. So there was no way I was going to do that. But I'm just going to do a little deck run and just talk about why I'm doing it. So Chapter 1, Season 10. I'm just doing this so we can kind of just get a just an idea of what's going on. So Chapter 2, Season 10, that's right before the new chapter, and the 7 basically just exploded to 0 point, and it just stopped everyone, and everything just stopped for an entire 2 days, and it was just a really crazy time because everyone thought it was just going to be down or whatever, but the 0 point was destroyed at the time, and we thought it was just over. We didn't know what was gonna happen next. It was just a really crazy time. But a few days passed, or I forgot how long it was, but it was just downtime for a while, like how it's gonna be now. But pretty much we wake up to Fortnite being oh my gosh, I died on the first level. But Chapter 2 Season 1 wasn't really heavily on anything really. It was just there. It was there for like half a year. It was a very long season, but we didn't really get any storyline at all. Just the island just refreshed itself and just spat back a bunch of old POIs and newer POIs and just a bunch of new weapons. So nothing really on the storyline there, but we did learn something about, what was it, Alter versus Ego, and that was just the only storyline we had, but that will later come to be something else right after that, actually. So Chapter 2 Season 2, this one was with Midas, one of the coolest tier 100 skins, one of my favorites, and the battle pass was really good. But basically the storyline, so Midas was basically the main character. We think that he created this whole war, Shadow versus Ghost, to keep Io distracted while he will build this whole device thing that we didn't know of until the later weeks of the season. So basically, he just creates this giant war between two factions, making them battle out so Io could be distracted while he secretly builds a device. So once the device is built, it's this giant like replica of the 0 point, uses the 0 point's power and tries to push back the storm. Obviously that does work, and we're basically free for a few seconds before we do go back to its regular state. But instead of the storm being how it was just this giant waterfall or whatever. It was just so massive, and it basically flooded the map going into Chapter 2 Season 3. Midas is dead. we haven't heard anything of Midas really after that. All of that stopped, the entire war stopped, and it was really nothing for Chapter Season 3. No events, no storyline basically. So I'm basically only going on storyline. Anything happened, like anything like weapons added, none of that really matters to me. I really like the storyline, so only storyline for this one. So Chapter Season 3, that's just a pass, nothing really happened. The map was just basically flooded that entire time. And then Chapter 2 Season 4 was a big one though. So Chapter 2 Season 4, that one, big one, it's with the Avengers and everything. So basically, Thor, he came onto the island and he started bringing the Avengers. It was just this giant collaboration season, but all of that doesn't matter except for one person which Thor brought, which was Tony Stark. So he already, when he just first came onto the island, he started getting to work and he started building this giant like portal device or whatever you want to call it. It created this giant circle around the top right of the map, and we didn't know what that was until a few weeks passed, where he was able to like bring his whole Stark Industries and many other locations in that area. It was just this giant whole, I don't know, like pancake. I called it the chunky pancake, but you probably know what I'm talking about. It's just this giant POI that we've never seen before. Not that big of a map change, just mid-season. So yeah, basically what that meant was he was actually able to study more on the 0 point and Galactus, which was the new like main enemy, because he was actually attracted by the 0 point once it exploded in season 10 or season X, whatever you want to call it. He was attracted by it, and he's been coming here since. So he's been just been flying, and we were able to see him just as a little dot in the skies. But slowly and slowly, as Tony Stark's started thinking the plan, he was already there. But it was luckily just the time when he finished his whole idea, and his idea was to make this, to like make a bunch of copies of the battle bus, and basically just multiply them, but with these bombs that we didn't know what they were created of. There was these just giant bombs on the battle buses, and right as Galactus got to the island, he started just getting to work. He knocked us off of the wherever, I forgot what it's called, but the starting island. That was basically where it's taking place. But he knocked us off of there, and he already just started getting to work. He started sucking the 0 point's energy and causing it to destabilize, but we were actually able to get teleported in this whole other dimension, and it was just crazy. We were in this whole white like dimension, if you know what I'm talking about. It was just crazy. We had all the battle buses with everyone trying to work together to defeat Galactus, and we eventually did get to defeat him, which was a really cool event. If you didn't play through it, I'm sorry, you missed out. It was a great event, but still, you could just watch videos or wherever. It was a cool live event. But basically, once we defeated him, everything we thought we were fine and everything, until Chapter 2 Season 5 came around, saying that when Galactus was sucking the 0 point's energy, he ripped it out of the ground, making it destabilized and just exposed. It was an exposed, destabilizing 0 point, which isn't good. You don't want that. The island does not want that, or else it's going to lead it to another big boom, and then we're on to a new chapter, which is probably going to happen this time for the live event. But basically, it was disabled, and Agent Jones, one of the higher members of IO that's actually controlling the loop, had to go in. Oh my gosh, I missed that landing. But he had to go into him inside the loop himself and start recruiting a bunch of hunters across a lot of realities and basically just make them not let anyone escape the loop. So that was basically just the entire storyline of the chapter. He was just recruiting so many hunters. He got a lot of collaborations. He got like Ripley and Xenomorph, just so many. It was just a giant collaboration season. We got Mando, we got Baby Yoda. It was just really cool for the collaborations. But they actually did succeed, and nobody escaped the loop. But Agent Jones, when he would rift to gather those hunters, he would keep making the 0 point destabilized more and more, and he got it to the point that he did 88 jumps at the end, just recruiting and looking for hunters, that the 0 point got super destabilized, and it was about to like destroy. And oh my gosh, how did I miss this? But basically the season ended with it being so close to destabilizing, it was basically shattering. But then Agent Jones realized that, and he's just started going to the 0 point, dodging a bunch of the guys he had. He recruited and everything. But once he got to the 0 point, he threw his rift gun into the destabilizing 0 point in hopes that he would attract the 7. And just one of them, so they would use the rift gun to go to Agent Jones or wherever it was. And it did work. It surprisingly did work, and he called over the Foundation, the leader of the 7, it turns out, and he just came in. This giant meteor crashed down, and the moment he came out of the whatever you want to call it, oh my gosh, the meteor, he started immediately attacking Jones. So there's like some beef between them. I don't know. We don't know what happened between them, but we just know it wasn't good, because Foundation is just immediately went at it. He just kept but he just immediately started hitting Jonesy and everything, and then Jones talked to him saying that, oh no, right as, actually, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, right as he was about to be defeated, he used this keyword, the Gino and the sisters. He said, I can get you to Gino and the sisters, which I guess is very important to the Foundation, because he just stopped attacking him and followed what Agent Jones wanted to do, which was to stop that 0 point from exploding. So basically, the Foundation, we had to seal up a bunch of terrors of reality. It just started going berserk. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? But it just started going crazy, the 0 point, and we had to seal a bunch of these portals that it started. Like, they were cracks in time, I believe that's what it's called. And then, at the very end, the Foundation had to start this blooming process, and it's basically just a way to try to heal these 0 points. And it's nothing like we've ever seen. It was this giant, massive flower. It was so really nice, but the 0 point was already too destabilized and too broken because of all the jumps that Jonesy did in the previous season, that the blooming process couldn't go on anymore, which made the Foundation have to only go to one last resort, which was to trap himself inside the what was that? Inside the I guess 0 point. So he made this. What? It's not killing me. But he oh, that killed me. Why did that kill me? How does that kill me but the others don't? But basically what he had to do was trap himself inside the 0 point in a giant spire in the middle of the map, and this will basically heal the 0 point over time. But in order to do that, Jonesy had to sacrifice his rift gun, which was the only way of him getting out of the loop, basically. So he had to throw his rift gun into the 0 point where the Foundation was, which basically sealed the Foundation into the 0 point, but also trapped Jonesy forever, and he cannot escape the loop anymore because he threw away his only hope, his last way of getting out. So basically after that, it was just a primal season because there was no 0 point really able to do anything and start growing the crops, keeping them healthy. So it started dying and became this went back in time. So we just had that entire season. That doesn't really matter. It was probably my least favorite season. I didn't really like that season a lot. But basically, that's what happened. And then Jonesy started losing his memory. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for Chapter 2 Season 8. So now we're going to go on to Chapter 2 Season 7 and 8, which are the big seasons. So I'm probably not going to be moving because I just want to concentrate on talking. So I might do a little bit more levels. And then let's just talk about Chapter 2 Season 7 and 8, which were tremendously big for the storyline. They were so big, and we found out so much in those seasons. So basically, Chapter 2 Season 7. So an unknown species that were called the Last Reality. There were the entire army of aliens came to the island and started abducting the 0 point, or I guess the spire. It was still in its healing process, so that wasn't good. It wasn't fully healed, but they abducted it, and for some reason they kept abducting other places. They didn't have enough, or they were searching for something. We don't know what they were searching because we thought the 0 point was inside the ship, but also not, because it kept going at it and started abducting a bunch of other places. Oh my gosh, I died again. But pretty much after that happened, not being happy, the IO sent in one of their best agents, which was Dr. Sloan. We did get a little bit of her talking in the previous season, but not too much. We didn't really know who she was until now, which it turned out to be a really big part of the storyline. So she basically was sent in there by herself because she didn't have Agent Jones or anyone, just a bunch of IO guards, which did really nothing. But pretty much they set up a bunch of IO bases throughout the island, trying to study the mothership and how to take it down. So pretty much this entire first couple weeks was Dr. Sloan sending us a bunch of quests, trying to find out more about the mothership and how we could take it down. That's when she found out something about a mole. There was a mole inside of IO leaking information to the aliens, and once she found that was why there's a whole imposter mode or wherever, but that's off track. But pretty much the mole was Maven. I didn't expect her. We didn't really know who she was until then, and I guess she's part of the storyline. She's the oh my gosh, how does my ice feet run out? But basically she's been leaking information and a bunch of vital information to the aliens. But pretty much she came up with this idea: if she's able to give information to Maven that's fake, or I guess true, but it's not going to be useful. It's going to be useful to them, but not to the aliens. But pretty much what she said was that the IO base was under Courtney Cross, which it was true. That's where she's been studying the mothership and all that with her IO guards. But already at that point, they previously, did a bunch of bombs on the map. Not on the map, Courtney Crops. And basically at Courtney Crops, there was a bunch of bombs that were capable of destroying the mothership and taking it down. So that was really, really awesome. We saw the development of the bombs, but pretty much the bombs, she dug up a bunch of holes, her and her crew, and thought that if we're able to leak or give Maven the information that their secret hidden IO base is under Courtney Crops, she will go and tell the aliens that information, and they will go and abduct the Courtney Crops. And that's what they did. And everything was going fine. We saw the bombs intact on Courtney Crops when they started abducting it, but this time it was going to be different from any other abduction we have seen at that point. But pretty much they started abducting it, started rising over and over, and then that's when the live event basically took place. So the live event took place on the Courtney Crops when it was getting abducted, and pretty much Dr. Sloan said just stay there and we'll get abducted with the bombs. But we didn't know why. We didn't know why we were going with her, why we had to watch the bombs explode or what. But we got abducted. We were able to explore the entire mothership. It was crazy, really cool live event. One of my favorites, if not my favorite right now, because I bet this one is going to be insane. But yeah, it was a really good live event. We went throughout the mothership, and then we came across the Abduction Chamber. That's what it's called, I believe, and that's basically where they put all their abductions. Why do I still have the slime feet? But pretty much we got to the Abduction Chamber after losing a bunch of these aliens throughout the entire place. We had to run from them, and yeah, so pretty much we're in the Abduction Chamber, and Dr. Sloan says that the backpacks that we've been kitted with are basically the triggers and time starter for the bombs. So we had to stay near the glass that the bombs were, because we were able to see Courtney Crops at that point. And right there we were able to see the bombs were actually, oh my gosh, I'm taking damage, but the bombs were starting to slowly process the countdown or whatever, and just about halfway through it, the doors, the aliens find out that what we're trying to do and send their own counter plan. So they shut the doors, they block our signal from being able to activate on the bombs. So pretty much we're locked in there with no way out. Oh my gosh, did I get it? No, okay, that's not it yet. But pretty much we're locked in, and the aliens shut down their doors and our only way out. Okay, I'm done. But pretty much, so I'm just gonna stand right here and just talk about it. So pretty much the aliens found out about the plan, and they stopped it, leaving us in the room with the aliens' own counter plan, which was their very own Kevin. So as he just starts zapping people in front of us, they just die right in front of us. Pretty much it just goes at the people, but our backpacks do have their very, very own counter plan, and they just send one last blow and just shutting down Kevin basically, so he just turned gray. So we continue the process of turning back the bombs back on, and we actually were able to get the bombs to start going. But of course Sloan does tell us that there was not a chance she was bringing us back, she just basically just ditched us, betrayed us, and we were all heartbroken. But pretty much having no other choice, we were just running out of time. The timer started for 3 minutes until the bombs went off. We were running out of time until the bombs exploded, but we then went up to Kevin, basically just out of sheer panic or whatever, and we started rebooting him, and basically rebooting him turned him on our side. And then this whole climactic, the whole scene was taking place. The music was going as we were going up this elevator into this pitch black room. And first up, one elevator came up, only one elevator, and then it had a Kevin. And we were all like, oh, there's another Kevin. And then we slowly see that there's thousands and thousands of other Kevins in that room. But at the very, very back, where we'll see just a tiny, not a lot of us saw, but there's just a tiny little golden glow. And that will later become very important, but we're not there just yet. But pretty much, we find out that there's so many other Kevins, and then the bombs go off. The bombs go off, they just make us fly out of the mothership, and while we see basically the entire map blow up in front of us, we're hit by just flying debris and slam right into the island. Just slam flat into the island, and we're knocked out, and we're in a whole downtime until the next. Oh, I have to grab that. That's so cool. But yeah, so basically we're in downtime. That was chapter season 7. Sloan's not happy that we're alive, but pretty much chapter 2 season 8 took place. It started happening, and we're introduced to this very, very damaged map. We were able to take down, that's a fake one, really? We were able to take down the mothership, but we had an even bigger problem, the cubes. So there's 3 types of cubes that were on the island. We had the purple cubes, the blue cubes, and the most important one, which was the gold cube. So pretty much the gold cube immediately started going to work, oh my god, that one's fake too? Oh my gosh. But pretty much the gold cube was nothing like we've ever seen before. The gold cube started activating all the others, telling them to all meet at the center of the map. We didn't know what the gold cube was doing. Oh my gosh, what ones are real? Okay, I'm gonna get past this one really quick. I don't know what one's real. Is this one real? Oh, it's real. There we go. But pretty much it started rolling around the map and just activating a bunch of other cubes, and they started going out of their little home zones, the other cubes, and they all started circling the map a little bit by a little until the gold cube finally just activated all the other cubes and just commanded them all to meet at the center of the map. We didn't really know what was going on at that time. We were all confused because another thing that also made us really, really confused was that during the whole activating thing for the gold cube, we saw this one cube come out of the power plant, or what's it called, I forgot. Steamy stacks. There was steamy stacks. It just came out of steamy stacks. Oh my gosh, there's no way. It came out of steamy stacks, destroyed a big portion of steamy stacks. Oh wait, there's a gold right here. But it came out of steamy stacks, and it just pretty much destroyed the entire area, and the gold cube was actually nearby it at the time that it came out, and the gold cube tried to activate it again, but it kind of failed, but also succeeded. It succeeded at making it do its whole activation thing and meet at the center of the map. But there was a thing going on where when the gold cube would activate a other cube, it would just have babies, and the gold cube would have babies with the purple cube. That sounds weird, but it would just basically multiply it, and it would just have a bunch of little. What do I do right? Oh, there's a door parkour right here. Okay, why am I jumping like this? What is this? What is this? But pretty much it had babies, and little by little it got all the cubes. But the blue cube had just been in this. Whoa, this is cool. What was that? That was so cool. I'll do it again. There must be a secret behind one of these doors. I bet you there's a secret behind one of these doors. There's no way you're gonna pick all these doors and there not be a secret. I'm not gonna look for there. But pretty much it went this entire time, the blue cube doing nothing. We thought he was our buddy and everything, but he just went the entire time doing nothing. And it just sat there, and it's still sitting there to this day. It's done nothing but just sit there and glow blue. But pretty much, it started activating the gold cube. It succeeded, and it gathered up all. Oh, whoa, what's this? It gathered up all the other cubes, the baby cubes, the big cubes, all the other cubes, and it just all met up at the center. And it was like that for a few days. And then we got a update, which then brought us to the convergence. So they all morphed together to create this convergence. But also, around at the same time that happened, we were introduced to the Cube Queen. We didn't really know what she was. We just knew she was the leader, and we didn't know what she was capable of until recently. But pretty much, it's just all created this convergence. But at the very top sat the Cube Queen in this whole, like, cube-like bubble, I guess you want to call it. And she was just sitting there doing we don't know what until another couple weeks passed, when she created this massive pyramid, and it was renamed to the pyramid, and it was basically the convergence, but it had this giant pyramid on top of it, which the Cube King was still sitting in her bubble, or whatever you want to call it. She was still doing her same pose and everything, but we didn't know what the pyramid's for, and we still don't know what it's for. But I'm thinking it's just some type of whatever. It's like this. What do you want to call it? Maybe like a way for the Cube Queen to get a better, I don't know, better chance at destroying the 0 point. I don't have a clue. It might be some type of like beacon to maybe call even more cubes or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. We have no clue what it is, and pretty much it's just like that. Still the same. She laughs here and there. She makes some noises, but pretty much after that, the island started getting more and more corrupted, and with its corruption, just the convergence has gone a few changes. Since then, but we just had nothing since that. It's just been getting more and more corrupted until there was this one IO base that was just we think it's IO actually. This whole convoy started creating this whole new base that we haven't seen. It was really quickly made, like under a week, I want to say, maybe a little bit more than a week, but very quickly. And when it was finished, we didn't think it was done, because it looks like the Fortilla. Like, if you know what the Fortilla looks like, it's very like old. Oh, there's no way I messed up on the last jump, but it looked like the Fortilla, and we don't know why it's there, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be something to do with the live event. We might start out there. That might be their spot that they're going to start at the players at. But I'm excited for the live event, and that's pretty much where we are right now. So we don't know where Agent Jones is. We don't really know where Dr. Sloan is. We haven't really gotten a... Oh, no, wait. Actually, no. I did miss one little key detail. So pretty much after chapter 2 season 7, she was triggered that we survived. She did not like the fact that we were alive, and oh, how do I get both of them wrong? That's just my luck. But pretty much she was mad, and she started collecting a bunch of IO, or I don't want to call it IO, alien tech. Oh, there's no way I got it. And this one, watch. But she a bunch of debris from the mothership landed on the map, and she went ahead and collected it with her IO convoy, a small convoy. It was very tiny, because she basically lost a lot of IO members, and it was maybe like a whole team of 5, I want to say. But pretty much she went around the map collecting those little debris, and when she was done, she ended up near Retail Row. So by Retail Row, we kind of already thought, oh, you know what's really close to Retail Row? The Redacted Bunker. And this Redacted Bunker hasn't been open, touched, anything since the start of chapter 2. And that's what we were thinking. Oh, she must be going to the bunker. And exactly that's what she did. So she was at the bunker, she opened it up, and we got, oh, you won't believe it. You won't believe it. It was magical. The grand opening of it, it was just another IO base. I don't know why they just made another IO base, but it must be something with the storyline. There's no way they're gonna tease it for like 2-3 years. I don't know how long it's been, but for so long, and it just be another IO base. They have so many different versions of an IO. Oh, so close. So many different versions of an IO base, and we just seen so many. We're just pretty much sick of them, and this one might be a little bit different because they're actually studying the alien tech, and it's on the right now, but they were studying the alien tech. Dr. Sloan and her team is there, and I guess she's like preparing for the live event, which we don't know what usefulness that's going to be, but pretty much that's basically where we are on the storyline. It's been a great chapter. I love that they focused much more on the storyline this time around. Last chapter, it wasn't really anything big with the storyline, but we're 97. We're on level 97 right here, and I'm almost done with the death run. It's been a pretty fun death run just to have this in the background, but we're level 98. And here we go, level 99 this should be, or, oh, this one's tough. This one looks tough. I like these glider ones, they're so cool. But, here we are, we got our 70th coin, and we're level 99 actually, okay. And let's take this bumper, what's this gonna do? Do we have to hit that coin? Well, I obviously did not hit that coin. Oh my gosh, I keep bouncing. Oh, I thought there were coins back there. I thought those were coins. Actually, they are not. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for the storyline. It's been a great chapter. I am so excited to see what's in Chapter 3. There's going to hopefully be so much more storyline. A lot more. Even though this one was good, oh, that's creepy. But I would like to see what's in Chapter 3. We're probably getting a whole new map. And I want there to be many more mechanics, just like how Chapter 2 brought us, like the fishing, the swimming, a bunch of new vehicles like the boats. We got so many new weapons, mechanics, like another mechanic was the carrying a teammate or a down opponent. Yeah, the very next season we also got Shakedown. That was so cool. We got so many new mechanics off the rip, and I think within the last few seasons they've been going so hard at making not just the beginning and end so impactful and so like crazy. They've done it for basically every single few weeks, or couple weeks actually. That's when their big updates are. But it feels like they've been so much more involved. They've evolved so much more. Their game's just been even more crazy than I've ever thought it will ever be. I'm super excited to see what Chapter 3 is in store for us. So let's just do these last little jumps. There are a bunch of these little cylinders. I will be so triggered if I fail the last jump. That will be so annoying. But we only have like less than 2 days. 2 days of the new chapter. And I want to just do what you want to do. Have the most amount of fun you can within these last 2 days. Do all your challenges. Complete all of that. I've said it before, but just do it. And I'm just grateful that we've had such a good like 2 years of just insanely good Fortnite, and it's been really nice how much they've given to us. They've given a lot of new updates constantly. Every week we get a small minor update, and oh, there's no way I failed that. No, do I have to start from the very beginning? Yeah. Oh, I think I might. Oh no, it saved, okay. But I've just loved how hard their team is working, and I'm so grateful. But they will be taking another break, I believe, in like the last couple of weeks of Christmas. They are taking a break, which should be fun. There will be still updates going on at that time, but usually when the team's on break, there's good updates, and that's going to be in Chapter 3 as well. So we have Chapter 3 to look for. So many more collaborations. Collaborations have been insane. I'm going to tell you, I love every single collaboration in the game. Maybe not as much as some. I've loved a lot of them. The skins they've produced this time around, some of my favorite skins. They've gotten so many things right. They've gotten so many collaborations, especially with like YouTubers, like artists, all of that. And even just regular skins like this Isabel skin. This one's a really good skin. I like the baffling on me right here. It's a really good one. I like the harvesting tool and so much more. Okay, we did it in 32 minutes. Oh, I'm surprised how fast I did it. Thank you. I did it. And did you find all 100 coins? Not quite. I got 87. But how about if I do this? What I have oh, this is the other one. Oh, look, there's me up there. The current world record's 13 minutes and 42 seconds. What? But what's this? What's this little room? Let's just do this really quick. Use vending machine. How much does that cost? Oh, it costs nothing. That's pretty good. Oh, and you're just able like to troll other people throughout the death run. That's so cool if I was playing with other people. I don't want to remove my items, but that's pretty cool. But yeah, I will of course be having the Chapter 2 Season 8 live event. I am surprised that they did only 8 seasons on this. I say only, but it's just been jam-packed full of action. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know I enjoyed this video. One of my favorite ones. I really like this recap. And I'm probably going to be... Oh, really? I reset everything, but yeah. I am excited to see what Chapter 3 holds for us. I hope you guys enjoy this film. Make sure to subscribe if you guys are new. And I'll see you guys on the Chapter 2 Season 8 live event. Bye!